Today we're going to be installing an OEM Porsche fire extinguisher kit into a 957 Transsyberia. This one here is painted in Porsche orange to match all of the accents. First we're going to remove these trim pieces. There's one on the driver and passenger side. They just slide right out and they run the full length of the seat rail. On the bottom side of the seat, there are 3 screws. They're T25. That'll remove the front half of the trim. Once the 3 T25s are removed, this front panel here will be loose. And this is an aftermarket connector. Your 955 shouldn't have one of these. This is just a light switch. I'm gonna remove this rear panel as well. It just slides in and clips up here in the front. And then there's gonna be another T25 right here we're gonna remove. On the back side here, we have all of the connectors. We're gonna remove this seat connector right here. This is just for the seat control. There's a little tab right here and just slide it right out. And up here, the wiring harness is zip tied. We'll just have to cut that zip tie and replace it later. This is the original trim panel that we removed from this 957, which is also the same as the 955. In most instances, unless it's black, as of right now, these are not NLA. And you can see here, there's just a 1-inch extension, which will meet perfectly with the fire extinguisher. So if you don't have the original fire extinguisher panel, you'll have to trim right here after this bolt hole, and that way it still retains on the front of the seat. This is the seat control panel. On the back side, there's 4 T20 screws. We're gonna remove this last one and swap it right over to the new panel. So what we did here is we plugged this back in so we could move the seat all the way to the rear. There's 4 seat bolts. There's one here, the other corner, and 2 in the back. We're gonna remove those so we can lay the seat to the rear. So what we're gonna have to do is remove this trim here and this other trim right here to access the rear seat bolts. You just push down on the center and slide it right back. Using our M10 triple square, we removed the rear trim pieces and the 2 rear screws. Now we're gonna get ready to lay the seat to the back. So in order to access these 2 rivets on the bottom side, we're gonna have to lift the front cushion here. To do that, this is a tensioning strap. Push down on the front here and the back will pop right out. And then on the bottom side here, there's clips and a metal ring. You're gonna push here and the clip will pop right off. You're gonna do this across the whole front of the seat. On the bottom side here, this bracket here needs to be removed completely. We have 1 rivet, 2, and then there's 3 and 4 on the very bottom side that attach from the top down. So here we remove the rivets, the 2 front ones and the 2 rear rivets. We're gonna replace those with these M5 bolts that are gonna attach the bracket just like this. On the front side here, we replaced the rivets that we had talked about before with these M5 bolts, and same thing with on the back side here. On the bottom side here, this is all stitched on. This used to be a tensioning fabric to hold the front of the cushion down. This is no longer gonna be needed, so we're gonna cut the stitching here, and we're slowly gonna work it out and pull all the leftover stitching out. This is the strap for the extinguisher. We need to now insert this right here to run around, so when this bracket gets bolted on, it'll hold the extinguisher securely in place. Now that we got the strap fished through the metal bracket here, we're gonna take this holder and bolt this right here using the supplied hardware and the T30 Torx. What we're gonna do now that everything's bolted up, we're gonna make sure this harness is out of the way. We're gonna move the seat adjustment connector out of the way. I'm gonna just set it right there for now. And this is how the seat was. All we're gonna do is lean it back down, make sure all these holes line up for the seat bolts. So this is the trim that we assembled already. This is the connector. I'm gonna slide this in the back here and plug this all back in. Then this rear, we need to make sure it sits right here in place. Then we're gonna clip the front into the bracket that we just installed. We're gonna put this cover back on right here. As we showed before, there's a clip right here, 2 clips, and then these just snap into place. So this nozzle here is gonna attach right here to the bracket that we had shown before. It's just gonna slip right on here, and this latch is gonna secure it.